Hello everyone. In this episode of the next Adronis channeling, we're going to be talking about the law of confusion or free will. So I'm just going to take a moment to bring Adronis through. If you're wondering where I am right now, I'm actually just in Irvine, California, just doing a stay right now, so that's why the background's a bit different. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and bring Adronis through, and he will be talking specifically about the law of confusion. Alright, so I'll just be one moment, and we will get started. We are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular broadcast, this transmission being brought forward through your internet collective consciousness. We have been asked by the conduit to elaborate further relating to the understanding of that of what you would know as the law of confusion, otherwise understood as your free will principle. Now, firstly, when you're looking at the idea of free will, you are looking at the idea of distortion. The whole idea that represents the understanding of choice is the parameter that has been assigned, that has been granted through the concept of confusion. Without the idea of confusion, you do not have choice. And so basically the law of confusion is a parameter that has been developed, shall we say, pertaining to the environmental understanding of reality through your own physical nexus. That everything representing the alignment of your planet, the alignment of your moon, the alignment of other planets contained within your star system holds a specific grid-based harmonic. This specific grid-based harmonic has created a particular illusion, a veil, as it were, representing the idea of what you have considered to be the continuum of what that which represents space and time entails. So when you are basically functioning in regards to the state of choice, you are functioning within the development, the concept of the illusion of free will, the illusion of the law of confusion. The whole idea of the law of confusion is that this represents the idea that everybody that holds together their own reality within a concept of this nature, a game of this nature, is only going to be able to function within the confines of what you would know as a continuity of space and time. Now, as you do exist within the idea of the Akasha, where you do exist in the idea of a living library, the conceptual nature in regards to the causality that functions together, primarily relating to your information, relating to your insight, to your understandings, are all abridged in regards to permission-based qualities because you are all functioning together in the illusion of individuality, in the illusion of free will, and in the confines of the concept of the law of confusion. So the law of confusion will grant you specific forms of information, of insight, by being able to access something as the living library. The living library in that sense, in regards to its actualization, in regards to its parameters of significant information, is all permission-based pertaining to the idea of revealing the information. What this represents is that there are epitomes of milestones that each of you will cross pertaining to the idea of what the law of confusion allows. For instance, you may know that in that sense that you are expanding spiritually. You do not yet realize that you will move further in regards to, for example, becoming an advanced Akashic Records reader. Now that is in that sense oblivious to your nature at this point simply because of the veil relating to the law of confusion. The law of confusion represents the idea of the distortion in moving you further into the purity of multidimensionality-ism, as it were. So when you are basically existing within the law of confusion, there is only going to be so much available to you in the moment, simply because you are vibrating in regards to a specific nexus. And through this specific nexus, there are only certain forms of chords, as it were, pertaining to vibrational energy that you are able to access in regards to this plethora of state of being that you are existing in through this moment. Is it possible for you to attain a higher plethora? Absolutely. But it does not come through the idea of individuality. The personality complex truly is the epitome of functioning within a law of confusion. In order for you to advance past the law of confusion, it is representing the idea of the simplicity of the neutrality of who you are. So, being within the neutral zone of understanding all concepts, all perspectives, all realizations, all understandings that are available to you in this moment has the superfluous nature to expand itself together within you. It therefore becomes illuminated. It therefore becomes conjuncted to you understanding multitude of perspectives at the same time. That entails you advancing past a personality archetype. That moves more into what we have termed as the law of naturalness, which is functioning more into a course pertaining past the idea of the confines of space and time. Space and time represent a parenthesis pertaining to the law of confusion. They all relate to each other. They are all interrelated. And so as you start to move further into the idea of neutrality, entering the neutral zone as it were, coming into your space where there is that which has advanced past space and time, then you are moving more into the concepts of understanding multidimensionality based upon a multitude of perspectives that function themselves more in a non-linear capacity to where the event becomes the essence rather than the time restraint functioning to the idea of, shall we say, the drama entailed within such an event. So when you understand the mechanism of an event, you are moving past the idea of a law of confusion. You are understanding more of the paradoxical architecture. You are looking more into the mechanisms pertaining to the balance point of, shall we say, that which exists in clarity, which rather than, shall we say, surpasses the particular experience of the law of confusion. So free will, as you would understand it, is an illusion, yes. It does represent the idea that when you are charactered with the point of choice, you are simply existing within a state of confusion. Choice can actually only be made in regards to one who exists within drama. So the whole idea is that choice represents the perspective of where you feel that should I turn left or should I turn right while you stare upon this maze of reality. When you move more so into the idea of the superfluous nature, representing the idea of the law of naturalness, the idea of choice becomes dissolved. It is more so the idea that impulse guides you into the direction without hesitation to feel that you are indecisive. So the whole idea here of the law of confusion certainly percolates the idea of moving into the realm of free will, the realm of choice. So as long as you have choice, you exist within drama. As long as you unconditionally surrender to your heart, unconditionally surrender to your spirit, unconditionally surrender to all aspects that represent your divinity, then there will be no need for choice. There will be no need for selection. The impulse itself becomes the driving force, as it were, pertaining to your experience on this planet. It is more of invoking the essence of the moment, rather than the idea of feeling that you are still functioning within a causality. That the causality itself plays a parenthesis as well to the idea of the law of free will, the law of confusion. So the whole idea here is that everything that you would understand in your reality is already determined, is already basically seen through spirit as it already knows what's going to transpire. It already knows all of the choices that you're going to make in life. It already knows all of the directions that you're going to make in life, regardless of the shifts that you are making through yourself. Because the whole idea is in order for spirit to truly see the process in regards to what it has, shall we say, indoctrinated within itself based upon an incarnation complex, then the whole idea is that spirit is already aware of what you're going to do. It understands all the shifts, it understands all the avenues, it understands your path A, path B, path C integration, as it were. Because spirit does not bring awareness in regards to the fullness of your path, representing the idea of what you are attaining to acclaim altogether within this life. That is what you would consider to be spirit's best kept secret. It's not in that sense not wanting to reveal it to you, but any particular attempt in regards to, shall we say, elaborating in regards to a concept that would be in violation of your free will would emancipate the idea of the entire experience altogether. And so the whole idea here is that you are working together with spirit. Spirit already understands the process of all-knowing, the process of emptiness. It is the nothing that is everything. It is the everything that is nothing. So the whole idea is that spirit will always realize, will always understand, will always be very aware of what you're doing throughout this life. From the moment that you come into it, from the moment that you depart from the physical body. It is already aware of all the other continuums of expressions that represent other lives. It is the apex of God-based consciousness. It is the isness within itself. That holds the degree in regards to your likingness of the Creator, that you are the Creator, that you are creation itself. And so this is the whole understanding pertaining to free will, is that there is a determinism. The spiritual aspect represents the idea of determinism, or what you have referred to as predeterminism in your form of continuity. The conscious self will only understand free will. It will only understand the continuation and continuity and causality based upon the state of confusion. As long as one exists within drama, all dramatic cycles are prevalent in regards to your own expansion states. When you start to move and transcend past drama, and you come more into the law of naturalness, following the impulse of the heart, knowing exactly where you need to go, knowing exactly where you feel you wish to entail your journeys, being able to really just go with the flow, as it were. You are entering more of the law of naturalness, and you're moving beyond the idea of the law of confusion. So we wanted to shed some light more relating to the idea, again, upon the request of this conduit, relating to the idea of the law of confusion. We hope that this has been very beneficial for all of you, and if you do have, shall we say, other particular questions, well then, you can always speak to this conduit further, and we would be happy to elaborate on this more within a future video as you understand time to be. We thank you once again for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. Thank you very much. Farewell for this timing, and we now return to the conduit. We will speak to you again in the infinite moment of now. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Feel free to check out consciousmatrix.com for more videos, lots of great sessions, training, everything. So feel free to check that out. Thank you again. If you guys do have any questions, info@consciousmatrix.com. Please feel free to email me anytime, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Namaste. May it be well with you, and talk to you again.